They're driven back to the 8-yard line.
Brought down behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal at the Texans' 8-yard line.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
I'm here all day.
On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's 3rd and goal. On 3rd down, Taylor. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. And Gold is able to put it through. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Here we go. Wait, AD! Flag! Let him know.
On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down. Last week we saw a rarity. He was over 200 yards on the ground, and they lost. So we'll see if they can get more carries like that and win this week.
And that was interesting watching the game tape, wasn't it? Because it was hard to register while we watched him pile up that yardage and create those nice runs that they didn't win the football game. But that doesn't mean changing what you do. Continue to feed him the football. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football.
Go ahead.
Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
You ain't doing nothing today.
And they'll get this down to the 10. They've moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand,
Here we go.
you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
They'll try and run forward with Miller. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
21. Flag! Hey, Delta.
On 2nd and goal, Garoppolo. This is Miller, complete. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Austin Seferian-Jenkins, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans have taken the lead. Extra point good by Prater, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Let's go.
Twenty-five-yard line. 25-yard 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 line. 25-yard
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
Bashed it.
Super toe.
Topper!
On second down, it's Taylor. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Darnold completes it, and he'll go down right around the 47 this time. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Now it's Darnold. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 38-yard line. To throw is Darnold. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. Darnold going to lead the offense up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. This is Bell on the dump off. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Only gets a yard, but it's enough to set him up 1st and goal. They'll try and run it in with Bell. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
They come out here in the eye. And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength. Check 52. The lady. 41's coming. 41's the mic. Switch. 61. Matchbox lights. Out.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Mike 59. It's a party now.
From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. 3rd down and goal now, and this Houston defense not backing down. They'll look for one more stop.
You remember me? Let's go, baby. Man, Eddie.
Here's Darnold. And this is going to be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. Able to power through. And he will take it out to the 25-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurtling through them.
And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
Here we go. Like 80! 11. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. A first down throw, Darnold. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The intended target was Calvin Ridley. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Back to throw, Darnold. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. The Jets on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. To the air again, Darnold. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Here we go.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Miller. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Here we go. 57.
On 2nd down, here's Miller. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL.
Hey, alert!
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They'll run. It's Miller. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. This is Miller. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Here we go, here we go. Hey, alert, alert, alert. Kill, shoot.
And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. 8 yards on the run, and that cuts us down to a third and about 5.
Here we go. 65, 65.
From the gun on third, Garoppolo. They'll find Miller. That's complete. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down. Garoppolo on first down. Looking deep downfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Hey, 4-1's Mike, 4-1's Mike. Keep it up, defense.
Darnold now to throw. Dancing to his left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
Well, you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
Now a pass hauled in downfield, and he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A gain of 26 on the third down conversion. Darnold to throw again. On the catch, it's Crowder. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
At the Texans' 31-yard line.
41 Mike. Greystone, travel. He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double up, double up. And 80. 41's the Mike, 41's the Mike. Hey, Charlie.
Looking to throw again on second down. Darnold. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 14. Darnold now 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10.
41's the Mike. 41's the Mike.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Melvin Ingram racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points.
And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A 16-yard touchdown as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Gold with the extra point, and we are even at 10 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They had the interception on the last drive, which led to the tying touchdown. So 10-10 the score as they begin first and 10. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. It's a big play to start them out. Has them at the 45 already.
Let's make these babies cry on the way back home.
Now it's Miller. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
I got you. Lock!
On second and 11 now. Garoppolo going up top. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Brian Poole.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
36. Watch the edge. 22 jet bomber. Red 80.
After the interception, here's Darnold. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. Darnold now perfect since the second half started, 7 of 7. It's first and 10. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Check 41. It's our field. Hey, exit. It's our field. Hey, it's our house. Right, young lady. 41. Double dog. That's the way.
Now Darnold. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
41's coming. 41. Oh, you got deep. You go, young lady. 41.
They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
Check. 41.
First and 10 at the 28.
Bravo.
On first down, it's Darnold. Buying time to his... And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Here's Darnold. He's got Herndon, his tight end. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now here on EA Sports. Knotted up here at 10. That's our score as we begin quarter number 4. Darnold. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. So how about that for a momentum switch?
Here we go.
We're in the 4th quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
Lamar Miller, touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, 93 yards. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Prater for the extra point, and that makes it a 17-10 score. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The Jets take over 3rd and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And 3 interceptions in this game. I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off near the 26. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Check 4. Hey, gun.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally taken down at the 30-yard line. A huge play there for Houston. 45 yards on the ground.
First down, Texans.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. They keep it with Miller on first down. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Lamar Miller, his second touchdown of the night. And the Texans turn that interception into a touchdown. Extra point good by Prater. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leader. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. He's going to fire one deep. Middle of the... It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. As his guys are back within a single score. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each ending in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down. Now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? Because they've been in attack mode. Had to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack, or do you dial it back a little bit to try and protect this lead?
Well, my cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right, but I do think if they can stay aggressive and keep them on their heels, they'll be best served that way.
It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
The Texans on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Garoppolo looks to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. Could not have thrown that out there any better. When the ball hit the ground, I thought it might go into the end zone the way it was angling, but perfectly jutting out at the 1.
You think maybe what we saw in practice came into play there? You know, he put those big cans down on the sideline and angled for him and shot for him. Looks like it worked out pretty well for him, too.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And he'll get this up to the 4 right about there, and that's about it. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. From his own goal line, Darnold. Throw complete to Herndon. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Mike 41. We've got a wedge there, huh? Watch QB drop. Like that.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. This one caught by Ridley. And he is going to have the first down as he's up to his own 13-yard line. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
41 Mike, 41 Mike. Watch the run, watch the run. 41 Mike, red 80. 41 Mike. Here we go, here we go. Hey, orbit. 41 to Mike.
On 1st and 10, Darnold steps away to his left. He's going to take off with it. Now he'll let it go deep left side. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
One, Omaha. All day, every day, any day. Check 15, check 15.
Now a 20th carry of the game for Lamar Miller. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. They'll run it again with Miller. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, 28 yards. And the Texans use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Prater for the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally.
He's got a man, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one good for 37 yards.
1st and 10.
On 1st down, Darnold. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high-percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
Here we go.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. They begin with a run by Miller. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Again, it's Miller. Only a yard on the gain there, and that'll set up 3rd and 13. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play.
Here we go.
To throw is Garoppolo. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, You can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Now Darnold. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Sets up fourth down.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
Hey, Haywood.
And here we go on fourth. Darnold. He finds his target. It's Crowder. Now they do indeed get the timeout, so all is not lost. They'll have a chance for one final heave to the end zone.
59, check, 59.
One last throw now for Darnold. Flushed out right. He's going to let it fly. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Houston, it's an 11th win of the year as they'll finish the regular season at 11-5. And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for the Jets, this might wind up being a tough pill to swallow as they're going to finish the season at 9-7. And as division champs, they will host a playoff game next week in the wild card round. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.